Jewish coochie hit different. Shit got me running around the city with tears in my eyes, saying maybe it really was 6 million.
Right, what's the time? That's the time. Hang on. Let me just say something. Oh yeah, I booted this up early, didn't I? It's not 7 o'clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even know anyway. Of knowing the times you're saying are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you'll be able to get in, see the screen. Set your clock to your favourite time. Go ahead, picture the time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Anyway, let's go back to the video game now. Thanks, Stanley. Or Davey, whatever you're called. Right. Yeah, you don't get to see the opening cutscene because... Wait, what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I get a trophy.
Stanley decided to go to the
trophy.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's crazy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Well
left.
done, mate.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I hope we get fired.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, where's my boss's office? Oh, there it is. What if I go this way? Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss suffers losses, that's what the boss chose. Okay. Oh, weighing area. Can't go through there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Did I? Did Stanley?
Descending was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Would it not? Oh, it's crazy.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. I'll go to the mind control facility then. Alright.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. I guess he did.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. And when at last he found the source of...
Okay, what's happening here then? Did I beat the game?
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty.
I think I beat the game.
Was it over?
Oh, yeah.
Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
I guess
What
this is
other
it, guys.
mysteries did this strange building hold? But
Yeah,
as
that's the
sunlight
Stanley
streamed
Parable
into the
whole game,
chamber,
you know.
he realized
100%
none of
it.
this
Speed
mattered
run
to
world
him.
record.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
You know, I
but
beat the game.
happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to
Oh, it's because I'm
understand,
him.
but to let
Can
go.
you just... Oh
No
my god.
longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever
it's-
life he lives,
It's
it will be his.
Ireland!
That was all he needed
No
to know.
way!
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Oh, no way.
And Stanley was happy.
Okay, beat the game. That's the end. Bye-bye.
For watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Tuesday. I'm not playing Stanley Parable for the entirety of a Tuesday. What the hell?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Could
meeting
mean
room.
that
Perhaps
they
he
were
had
gone.
simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'll go there. No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I'm not
I'm not
Stanley,
your
mate.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
No,
Are you
mate.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Alright, mate.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
It is incredible I wasn't fired years ago.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh my god! Oh jeez! Oh my god! Oh,
that was worth it. Well, what ending is that?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Who the hell is Mariella?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
What is this?
And then she turned and ran.
What? 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 Huh? What? Someone someone showing a sandwich. What?
Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who? Mariella? Jesus Christ.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yeah, mate.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
Yeah.
And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Yay.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
I love instructional videos.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most
What's this
dangerous.
Fallout video?
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Come on, Rupert.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to
Can I...
make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make?
I forget how to
Remember
read.
that unlike here, turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack. My goodness, you just could have cut me off right in the middle of the sentence, didn't I?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
I made a
Do
few
you
today.
make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
Welcome back.
You're right,
You
bud.
may have
What?
noticed
What?
that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Get out!
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Is it going to force me to go through left? Huh?
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked
What
about,
the-
that you... My story! You've destroyed my work! Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. Well, it's worthless now.
Oh. Oh, where can I go?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish.
Yeah.
With you. You.
Yeah, mate.
Who thought you were so clever.
Yeah, mate.
Now look
I'm
where we
clever.
are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Yeah, mate.
What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands
mate.
that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you?
No, mate.
You're a child.
I know, mate.
Oh, my story.
Cry
If
about it,
you'd
mate.
just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been
Yeah, I've completed
victorious.
the game.
It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I
Completed it,
tried
mate.
so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to
What
a
is this
set of
ending?
2 open doors, he entered the door on his
On his
left.
left. I'll take the door on my left.
Yet
Okay.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
So,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
there's no
boss's
downstairs.
office.
Okay.
Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
I forgot the code, mate. Sharktail 115.
Stanley spoke the
Oh,
code. Night
Shark 115.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Whoa.
doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello?
Oh my god.
Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
What?
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you.
Okay.
You understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Jesus Christ.
Take as much time as you need.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I think I'm gonna leave it there.
Stanley had never seen the office this
Whoa.
brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
You know, I think I'm gonna leave it here today. Yeah, goodbye.
This is just play this onto the recording, yeah? The secret side of me, I'll never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching in the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it